We're going to work into the ankles and into the toes. So begin with your toes hooked and your bum on your heels. If having your bum on your heels is too much for your current flexibility, you can have cushions under your bum or hands further forward, and just get used to stretching the toes, even just moving in and out from the top of the foot with the toes hooked and moving back and forth from those two positions. Go with what feels right for your body. This toe stretch will help increase toe extension, also stretch out the soles of the feet. And then from there, we go into an unhooked position with your bum back. Remember, that can be here if you can't get your bum on your heels, and just have a little bit of a moment sat in that kneeling position. You can move in and out of the two. You can even, from this kneeling position, if you want a bit of a deeper stretch, lift one knee, lift the other knee, or lift both. When you're in your toe hook, you could have a little go at gripping the ground and pulling the knees off the floor. Don't worry if you can't sit into a full squat, just go to where you can. Maybe then sending the knees back with or without your hands for help. And we'll just go once more back into that kneeling position, lift the knees, and from there, you can sit onto your bum. Hold onto the front of one shin, blocking the knee, interlace the fingers, nice big circles with that ankle. As you're rotating, think about going into the deepest end ranges as you possibly can. So rather than fast circles like this, try to explore a bigger range of motion. You can also do fast rotation, but you want some intention behind some of these circles as well, so that you can get lots of heat around the ankle. You can add holds as I pull the toes up. Imagine you're closing this gap here, feel the shin fire up. As you work your way down and point your foot, pointing it as much as you can, feel all underneath of the foot and into the calves. Once more, and then we'll switch onto the other foot. Holding the shin, lift the foot, big circles. These can be great to do pre or post run, or pre or post training, or if you've just been stuck in a certain position for a long period of time, or just if you've had your feet in shoes that are really restrictive. Keep challenging those end range positions. And then rest. We're going to come back into a half squat position. So you're now on the top of one foot, if you can, with or without the toes hooked. And then the other knee up in front, you're going to drive that knee over the toes and just move around in it. Open up some space. You can even hold the foot with the other hand. Think about driving the knee forward. Try to keep the heel down as much as you can. You can always add weight on top of this leg. And if this position's feeling really uncomfortable to sit in, too uncomfortable, then elevate your front foot, elevate this leg up on top of a chair so that you don't have to sit on this back foot. However, that will help your flexibility over time, so it might just be that you gradually increase that time in this position in small increments. Same onto the other leg. Drive the knee forward. And just move around. From there, go into a squat position. The heels can be up. You could also elevate your heels on top of something to help, and then we're just raising up and down. If this is too much, then do this standing and just raise up and down on the tiptoes. Strengthening into the calves, strengthening into the feet. From there, have a little go, and again, do this standing if the squat's too much. Roll out, roll in. Think about, you can do one at a time, rolling to the inner and outer edges of that foot. Do that on both. So standing, you may even hold on to something to help with your balance. And then having a go at going up, out, to the heels, to the inner edge, back up onto the tiptoes, maybe go the other way, up, and then try go to the inner edge, the heels, the outer edge. You'll get a lot of heat in this one. Obviously use your hands for support too if you need to. It's definitely not the easiest one to access if your squat is something that you're struggling with, which is why I say do this one standing if you need to. Final one is to just sit on your bum or stand with your back against a wall and raise the tops of the feet up. You can add holds here, strengthening the muscles in the shin. So we've gone through a combination of stretching and strengthening tools, which will really help with that ankle flexibility, and also just building strength in the legs, in those smaller muscles too. Just go for a couple more. You might want to repeat this whole flow. That might feel plenty. So use that as a means to improve your ankle flexibility, doing it consistently. You could also use those movements prior to a training session, or if you're going out for a run. So it could be a pre or even post training warm up or cool down. Let me know how you get on with that one. And if you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch.